We're gonna be replacing a sway bar and link. Basically, this is the new part. So usually when these bushings go out, they're very playable as compared to this. This is brand new, so you can see how stiff it is compared to these old ones. Notice how badly worn the bushings are, and this is normal for W204 or C204 Mercedes. So this one's a 2013 that I'll be working on. It's actually my vehicle. So for you to be able to loosen these nuts, of course you're gonna need a ratchet, a 18mm wrench, also 18mm socket, and okay, don't let that get away from you, a T40 that will actually fit on there. Pretty much. So with this, what you want to do, these are on there pretty tight, these nuts. So you want to get an 18mm socket along with a ratchet and loosen up this nut first. So turn it counterclockwise and loosen it up. Now it's easier. See, as you notice, I can actually tighten it. It's movable. Once you do that, you want to get 18mm wrench and a star bit socket and place it on there. So you want to turn this socket that way, and you want to turn this wrench this way. So you basically kind of try to meet both these to meet, and that's how you loosen that out and take it off. Otherwise you're just gonna freely spin it the entire time and you won't be able to loosen it or take it off at all. So same with the bottom side, but that when you put the wrench on here, you're gonna be facing it upwards, but you do want to loosen it first, like I did in the very beginning with this, and loosen up with the socket, 18mm socket first, and that's how you can replace it and remove it and put a new one on. So when doing this, trying to leave this on first and also loosen it at the same time. Otherwise you're gonna have an issue trying to loosen that and this is moving freely. So we got it loose. Right, so we managed to get it out. Actually, I managed to get it out. There it is. See how badly worn this is? So you see how movable it is? Very movable. Okay, and so with the new one, you see how I can barely even move it. So meaning this is definitely worn out. You can move it just like that. It's way too much play for both ends. Bearing has gone out on these, so make sure it's the same exact length. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna put the new one on. So if you do take this to a shop, it will definitely cost, varies about, depending on what shop you take it to, it should be around 170 just for the labor. That's without the part, and then that's excluding the alignment. So once you remove this and replace it, you will definitely need an alignment. So after you're done, definitely take it to a shop as soon as possible and get an alignment done. Alignment is usually from $40 to $150 depending on the shop that you take it to. So I'm gonna put this on. Sometimes you do or might need a second jack. Okay, so what I mean by that is let me take this out. Okay, so and basically when you put this new one on, okay, so sometimes it won't go into the hole as is in the bottom one, so it is kind of difficult unless you play with it a little bit and then try to get into the hole correctly and properly. So for you, just adjust it a little bit, or you can get a second jack and try to get it in properly by either lifting this sway bar and lifting it up a little bit to get it adjusted. So basically that's it. So replacing a sway bar and link on a 2013 C204 Mercedes. Make sure it's very tight when you actually do the installment